So hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And as you probably noticed, today I'm not alone, and today with us we also have the initMAX band or crew. From my side, what I can say, like, these are the premium ZABBIX partner, but absolutely not limited by that. So guys, please give some introduction about yourself, who you are, what you do, and what interesting will you share with us today about your company and your expertise.
Hello everyone, hello Dimitri. I'm Tom from initMAX. I'm CEO of this company. We are the biggest partner of ZABBIX Premium in Czech Republic, and we are also having the partnership in Slovakia. We are also having the partnership with the Wazuh and Cybertech. Actually, we are really pretty something new ones for us, because Cybertech is a really big company which is involved in Postgres. And we are really proud because we have the first partnership with the Cybertech for training and for some Postgres solutions. With me, you can see my colleagues. I would like to introduce a little bit each of my colleagues. We also have some colleagues remote. Actually, we are not be able to reach it today, everyone in our office. We have two colleagues, Petr and Wojciech, which is not allowed to share faces, but you can trust us. These two guys, it's there, and you can hear something from our colleagues. I would like to start with my colleague Alois Adria. You can know him with last presentation on ZABBIX Summit. By the way, you can meet us again on ZABBIX Summit in 2024. We are already involved in some partnership, and we are already starting to creating some nice topic and presentation for next summit. Alois, stage is yours.
Hello, my name is Alois. I'm technical support consultant in initMAX. I work for initMAX since initMAX started, and I am ZABBIX certified expert. I think I'm expert since this certification started, and Dimitri, you were my lecturer for this certification. I remember that, and yeah, that's my quick introduction. So next, on my right side.
Yeah. So hello, I work in initMAX as I guess
from the beginnings, when we started, it's actually we are really good friends all together here. It's a little bit awkward to think how long we are working together. I personally know Jakub 8 years, and we are working together for 8 years. We just switched another company, and right now we are working in our company. And Jacob, he is our Postgres guru, and he is a really funny guy. It's not look like right now, but he is really funny.
And because I don't speak English, so that's kind of a limitation. But basically, I do Postgres, all the boring stuff, which ZABBIX is running on. So everything related Postgres. So I do the wheels for the Postgres. For ZABBIX. And
I can't wait to ask the question. How do you think was the best database for the ZABBIX? MySQL or MariaDB? What do you prefer?
Yeah, it's obvious. Yeah, it's Postgres. Yeah, I'm glad that everybody in initMAX put the shit off board. I mean, the one who was the fine in logo, MariaDB or MySQL. So
we don't personally like it. These two databases. And what is really nice, Jacob is starting to a little bit speak about. He is trainer right now. He's certified trainer. He has refresh certification for Postgres, and he is doing his training for everything what is possible in Postgres with official certification from the Cybertech Postgres company. And this is our Jacob. Other person here is Tomasz, the guy with the white t-shirt. Please, Tomasz, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Tomasz. I'm working here as a developer. I'm creating modules and widgets for ZABBIX for our customers. Some of them are very simple, some of them are more complex. You can visit our GitHub page and check for free some widgets and modules. So we just, I simply love working with open source tools.
And
and
I will also ask right away, you said there is some GitHub page with some free stuff. I don't know what the page is, but you guys let me know after the video and we'll make sure that the link is in the description if you have anything to share for free.
yeah, sure, no problem. We share our links. What is really nice, which is Thomas not usually saying, next week actually. Next week we have first Czech meetup, on-site meetup in Czech Republic, and we are having a presentation about some Thomas stuff, and we are doing something like status page on the services where we are heavily using ZABBIX service stuff inside from the ZABBIX, and also we are having some nice connection with the Jira and different kind of the softwares for having something like, okay, here is an issue, here's the status of this issue, and we expect this issue to be resolved in some times. And also on the same page, we have something like, okay, we are preparing maintenance for next week, and you can expect some services at different time for web pages, mail services, etc. And we are having this presentation next Wednesday, if I'm correct. But sorry, this presentation is only in Czech. But our plan right now is to have this presentation in English and share all the stuff also on our webpage.
Yeah, so nevertheless, it's very likely that this video itself will come live on a YouTube after next Wednesday, since we're recording. So if you guys are interested to check, maybe there's something has changed and there's some English version or whatever, then just head to initmax.com. And in which section should we look? Probably webinars, right?
It's actually an action. It's usually an event or actions. It's a different kind of the content for us. You can see we are prepared a meetup. We are also heading for the Postgres conference here in Czech Republic, and then definitely we are also having for the Summit 2020, where we are actually right now heading to Diamond Partnership again.
Very good. So initmax.com if you want to check about some events or webinars or whatever. Okay. Who's next?
Another very interesting guy here is the Wojciech. He is working with the Wazuh, and also he is something like ops engineer, and he is something like guy. He's really want to go deep in everything. He's really interested if, for example, if you want to do kernel, you can write him and he has answer on everything about kernel and Linux. He's a really big fan of the open source. Wojciech, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, that's quite nice. Hi, my name is Wojciech, and I am a Linux systems administrator with, if I may say, a decent security background and almost 20 years of experience. My role with initMAX is that of a technology consultant, and I'm mainly responsible for some, as said previously by Tom, for some advanced systems debugging, troubleshooting, hardening, and overall security consulting with some hint of automation scripting. Well, nowadays I'm mostly focused on architecture design, implementation, configuration, and following support of a product called Wazuh with our various customers. And just for those that didn't hear of this product before, Wazuh is, as in WAZUH, is an open source SIEM and XDR system, as in security and events management and extended detection and response system. Therefore, it actually integrates such tasks as, for example, vulnerability and malware detection, log analysis, configuration assessment, file integrity monitoring, following by a proper incident response to a very robust, if I may say, and yet completely open source solution. And as far as I know, it is the only product of this sort that is available as an open source today. Yet it means it is, well, its implementation requires somewhat deeper insight and understanding to the field of IT security and perhaps to all of the associated technologies as well.
Yeah, thank you, Wojciech. I wanted to say it's really complicated to say something about the Wazuh, but also we can say we are actually choosing all our possible software is open source, and this is the reason why we have Wazuh, because we like the integration between ZABBIX and Wazuh, and also something like Wazuh background built on OpenSearch. OpenSearch we are using for log management. It's also open source, and if you something like trying to find some really cool log management, you can check OpenSearch, and you can actually build your own log management for free, include the Wazuh, and ZABBIX is same. This is why we actually built this company, because we really open source, and we are trying to build everything what we are building on just make something like open source version, like a ZABBIX already have. This is our main goal or something like that. And our not the last guy, but the best guy right now is Petr Tuma, because he is helping us a lot with the internal stuff, mainly with the GitOps and Ops. And Petr, please say something about yourself and what you're doing right now for us, and also about your experience.
Yeah, hi. So my name is Peter. Well, this as Wojciech. Well, my background is sysadmin with many years of experience under my belt. But in the last few years, I shifted more to the development side of things, and I've been developing various platforms, probably cloud-based platforms for the few of the biggest companies or corporations in the world. And now these days I'm actually working full-time for initMAX, and basically I'm automating all the tedious tasks in office or basically anywhere we have that needs automation. Yeah, that's just about it.
Yeah, for example, here's almost finished implementation. We have something like one-click training preparation for ZABBIX trainings. Before, we need to have some internal stuff for creating machines, creating some sheets, creating the PDF slides, and everything. And right now is something like one-click action. And this is something like our goal. This stuff is already done. We are waiting for 7.0, like everybody actually. Because we are super excited from new features, and this is something like what Peter is doing. And our youngest guy, it's Václav Jirsa. He's youngest. I mean, he's here in initMAX only for 3 last months, but he proved himself. He's good enough for us. He's actually better. This is more what we expected from the beginning. And he's our account manager and project manager in our company.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, my name is Václav. I am account manager. My goal is business development, customer care, project management, and I'm trying to find out new opportunities. It's so sick. Trying to find out new opportunities and bringing new ideas to grow up. I'm happy that I can be here, and I will do my best to help initMAX.
Yeah. And he's really great. He's really great. And our last guy is Marek Rishavi. I a little bit jumped him off because I want to start with the ZABBIX and I want to end this with the ZABBIX. And Marek, he's a famous guy. He's with us 1.5 years, I think, 1.5. And he started like a professional, but he is under like expert. He have expert certification, but not yet. We are waiting for Sam.all, and he's running for his first certificate for the expert. But he's really, really great. Please, Marek, introduce yourself and say something what you like and what they're doing here.
Yes, thank you for your introduction. My name is Marek, and I think you say all what I want to say, but
sorry.
It's I think it's not 1.5 year. I think it's near to the year, but I'm working on new implementation of ZABBIX, and I trying help our customers to implement and new systems into the ZABBIX in creating new templates for customers, and I think I'm doing some automations or integrations. It's all what I do for ZABBIX systems, and I'm focused on next version and version 7 because it's really good for good. Sorry.
It's a game changer for us. Actually, we have some features just actually waiting for 7.0. And we have some NiFi, which we are using for automatization. And we are desperately waiting for 7.0 because we have something real big. I think it be introduced in 7.0 on Summit.
And that's the reason why we are nervous.
And this is the reason why he is so nervous. But you can see it. It's a couple of funny guys, and we are making the fun from everything. Not definitely not for the customer, but internally we have a lot of fun because the open source, and we are something like young family, and we are actually playing like a child with the technologies.
Okay, sounds fun. So the introduction, I guess, is done. I have a couple of questions about different topics, and the first one that probably most of viewers or just random people could ask, like, whenever we talk about open source, many have questions like, okay, so it's free, but how about the business? I guess with you as mainly, I guess, the service provider, it's a bit more clear than as for the vendor who creates the open source product. But I'm asking because let me show the screen. Like you also have a wiki page, which is getting updated quite extensively, and I've made some videos based on the wiki myself. I'm just wondering, what are your thoughts on, like, you're giving stuff for free, for which you could charge money, like in terms of consultancy, like pay us and we will teach how you can, like, install ZABBIX in 5 minutes or something like that. So what's the consideration, and how much are you trying to give to the community for free, with all those documentations, GitHub free widgets and whatever else you have, and yeah, what exactly it gives for you and your users?
Yeah, the main reason of this is something like our main idea. It's actually bring Alois. He have name for it, and it's called something like, if you know the smart people, every smart people can find the things, and it's not make this too much sense to be quiet if smart people can find this. And we are trying to make this wiki because we are trying to make everything concentrate on one place. And I'm perfectionist, and I'm trying to have everything in really good shape. It's actually meaning, okay, if we have a wiki and we know our customers using this wiki for something like free blank installation of ZABBIX for testing, for POCs or something like that, we are giving it installation for free because this customer, when he has problem, he can contact us. And when he say, okay, I use your wiki for our installation, I know he used something like best practice. And this is a really good start for everything. Because when he have the, for example, Postgres with Timescale DB with latest version, we know how he installed this. And we say, okay, we don't need to make too much performance to new database. We just need to just help you with your topics. For example, VMware monitoring, monitoring of some services. Actually, very popular right now is the cloud services. This is why we are making also on LinkedIn, on our social network, a lot of posts. And this is also a reason why we have an article in our blog about what is coming in version 7.0. It's a really, really huge topic when we have all the possible new feature what is coming. And almost all this feature is actually make and also the screenshot and everything what we know about that is right in this topic. Because we believe this is the word of the open source, and we are trying to help people only on level 3, because we are trying to teach level 1 and level 2. This is also why we have a training license for ZABBIX, and we are doing all this training, and we are trying to make this training really, really good. And also we are using a lot of experience in this training and say, okay, you have something on slides, it's good way, but maybe we know the better way, or you can maybe do that something a little bit better, or our experience here is don't use it, you can use it slightly differently, and benefit is here. This is our main something like benefit between the other partners in Czech Republic. And this is why we have something like really good customers, because the customer already know us from the webinars. We have 60, 70 webinars, something like that. And we are trying to make this everything for free. And if somebody has additional questions, he write us, okay, I want to have 1-day consultancy, 2-day consultancy. Okay, you can install everything for me. You can help me with the official ZABBIX support. And we are trying to help this customer. We are really proud on one simple things, because from the customer, it's mainly switch in some type of friends. For example, the Marek here, he have really good friends from Camcom and ComUp, and we literally starting with nothing there with this customer, and we prove ourselves we are good ones for this. And also the Jacob is the quiet guy actually a little bit right now, but he helped this company a lot, because after first performance tuning of the Postgres database, he increased the performance about 300%. And it's the first step, something like with because he really know what he's doing, and he also have the benefit because he know something from the ZABBIX, because constantly when we are doing something with the installation, we are just trying to reach the best people in the market and say, okay, we need to help with this. We have this type of the problem, and we need to go really deep in this and fully understand what is actually happening. This is why we have something like really good expertise on level 3, and we are trying to actually help this customer with the really big problems. And this is also the reason why we have Thomas, because we have sometimes some tricky question about, okay, ZABBIX is super cool, Wazuh is super cool, and we need to have something like open portal because we don't like the visualization. And this is why we have Thomas here. We have also some different external people which is working with us on full time right now, but sadly we are not be able to reach everyone here because also we have service desk, you know, and it's a little bit tricky to have everyone on one place or something.
I think it's
this is our short story.
It could be also important to understand. I just thought it myself while you were explaining, like especially if we talk about the support services, when you are sharing some information like in a wiki, how to do this or that, you are no way that you're losing some potential customers, because you don't usually need a support to fix some fire. Like, you need to have someone who can back you up when some emergency happens. And the fact that you are sharing some stuff for free is just proving, like, with the actions that hey, we know this, like we know the Postgres, we know how to do this and how to do that, which gives some belief in the potential customers that, okay, if I go with these guys, they have so many articles about whatever, so obviously they're good on this topic. And
Exactly.
another thing that I think I'll ask this everyone who are connected with the ZABBIX. In many years, whenever we go to some conferences or trainings, whatever, very frequently people come up and say like, "Hey, ZABBIX, this network monitoring tool." And everybody think that ZABBIX is limited to the monitoring of the network stuff or some computers, so basically either a computer server or just some network switch or the router, which no secret probably is the most frequent device or application that is being monitored, but that's absolutely not limited to that. I was making a joke in one of the Discord servers a couple of days ago that you can even monitor a tomato with a ZABBIX if you manage to plug in some sensor inside it. So do you have some interesting stories of how and where ZABBIX was used aside of the regular stuff of the monitoring servers or networks?
We have some stories. I can share my personal story, and after this, I think Alice has also a very good story.
Yeah, we are a big fan of ZABBIX. So we have our ZABBIX is at home. So I monitor at home. What is possible to monitor? I monitor in ZABBIX. Yeah, so I monitor my solar power plant. I monitor the temperatures. I monitor children room temperature, and I switch on and switch off the heating and so on. And ZABBIX helps me with this task at all. And I use my own ZABBIX in webinar shows because I have the 7.0 version there with new widgets, with news, with every news that comes there. So it's nice to use it. I propose some features to my wife, but she denies that. So I can't monitor everything. But the main stuff is monitored by ZABBIX at my home. So that's my story, and Thomas has his own nice.
The reason why I spent a lot of money in my aquarium because I'm trying to buy something what is completely in something like IoT. And my ultimate goal is monitor this by ZABBIX. And I a little bit figure out, okay, I am not be able to simply monitor this device. And this is the reason why we write on Go plugin for ZABBIX Agent 2 for WebSockets, because this is the only way how I can actually monitor this. And what is really funny on this, when I start to monitor this device, I find something like different developers' mistakes from the vendor, which is actually giving me the stuff for the aquarium. And I'm using this stuff for saying, okay, I see your page control is not having something like good measurements, because I see something like graphs here, and it's completely wrong because in night it's something has happened and we have really different measurements. And this is really funny because everybody from this company, from the Eheim company, I think I can say the name, because everybody knows it's who is doing aquarium. It's only one options, and it's called Eheim. And everybody actually write me, okay, thank you very much. We are not be able to figure out this problem before, and we are able to find some fix for it. And this is really nice because also for me, ZABBIX is, and also for Alois, it's not only monitoring solution, it's also something like part of automatization solution. Because we are having, okay, we have some problem, okay, the next step is open the valve. And for my guys, okay, I don't want to sell the energy back to the line. I just turning on heaters in some rooms, which is empty usually. and something like that. It's Argo. I know Argo about OBD monitoring for the cars.
Yeah, that was more or less a prototype. I did a presentation. I still have a script somewhere and presentation slides. The idea is great. Yeah, there's definitely many things that you can do, especially like business-wise, solve some problems and save a lot of the money by spending quite a little of resources. You basically need just Raspberry Pi and some Bluetooth dongle, which costs like $5. And you can do a lot of interesting stuff with that. But the main problem was with a card that you're monitoring, because the data transfer speed is like very slow, and sometimes it loses connection, so it's not very like reliable data in terms of connectivity. But still, like if you do once per 5 minutes or 10 minutes measurements of everything, it will be fully sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
back to serious things, more serious things. You have some customers, and usually, like, I think there's two type of customers that could come up for the monitoring. Some of them are moving away from some other monitoring tool, and some probably just decided that, okay, we need some sort of the monitoring. We didn't have it previously at all. Did you have, or do you have some customers who came like as completely zero in terms of monitoring and asked you like to configure everything, install ZABBIX, and make things happen?
We usually have different kind of customer. We usually have customer which already have something.
Mm-hmm.
Our customers actually reaching us, for example, the Cancon, the Slovakia company. They call us, hey, we have ZABBIX, we have 10K values per second, and we have big performance issues. And we start here some contract, we helping with the performance and with everything. We find a lot of problems here. And the guys from company also amazing because we trying to train these guys. Okay, this is the bad because of this. You need to change everything here. And this guys is slowly moving forward. And right now, as I know, it's the biggest instance that we have. It's 40K new values per second. It's very huge. It's also using the Postgres. Jacob is doing his performance tuning. Alois and Marek here is mainly two technical guys, which is working on this customer. And the second customer, it's also having some stuff. It's Alza. It's pretty big retail customer. And this customer is really funny because this customer has something like 6 different solutions for monitoring. And we are trying to just use everything inside the ZABBIX, from the networking, for the application, for the database monitoring, from Alza Luxis, it's something like box form for giving you stuff which you are ordered from the shop. It's something like 2,000, 3,000 boxes in Europe. Also some cloud services at this customer. Maybe Waszek knows some customer which is completely new and built from the scratch. I'm not sure. I have something. Maybe Marek?
What do you mean?
The customer where we are starting with the zero monitoring solutions.
I think they are monitoring about which way will be the best. They said that we want to monitoring something, but we are not sure which way will be the best. And they said, tell us some information about ZABBIX and experiences, something like that. Yes.
I think that's also a very common case when someone comes and says like, hey, we need monitoring, but you're the experts here. So tell us like what we need, how we need, and do all the magic.
Yeah.
It's SME, small and medium enterprises.
Yeah. I remember Marek has 2 actually customers. Come Up. This is our really good customer, which is completely starting from the zero. And this customer on the beginning he is making some decision. Okay, we need to have monitoring, we need to know how, and we have something like 3 or 4 different sessions when we are only showing the stuff, what it can be possible, how we can do it. And a lot of people actually choosing our company because we are also having some automatization. For example, when we have some issue in ZABBIX, Marek usually is doing some stuff for connecting ZABBIX to the Jira and doing some automatization and post-automatization in Jira. And also we are using NiFi or NHN. It's a small software, and we are doing a lot of automation there. It's
Ansible.
Yeah, it's something like an Ansible, also our big friends of us. It's our monitoring is advanced monitoring. We call it advanced monitoring because it's not simple monitoring. It's something like big help for our customer, and we are trying to find for each customer, so not only stupid monitoring with the dashboards, but the monitoring which is be able to heal something itself. And if you really have some issue, you need to have something like quick action there. For example, okay, this problem, it's a problem with this space. Here is a wiki page. Okay, how to clean the space on this type of device, or some quick link to the CMDB, or some nice button for creating the ticket in the Jira. And also when we are something doing in the Jira, we are also having this information in ZABBIX because we are using some kind of implementation from the Jira to the ZABBIX. And this is our main goal, to make something very good for our customers. This stuff actually make us happy.
Okay.
Yeah, and the boxes, it was a nice example because the boxes are not that's not simple solution, because we have to acquire information for the boxes from the database, from the cloud services, from the ZABBIX agent, and maybe from the SNMP traps. And every of this source is acquired by ZABBIX and evaluated then, and with some use of trigger and actions, there are some AVX implementation for playbooks that self-heal some problems of the boxes. It's a complete solution, and it's nice to show some complete solution on that. Yeah.
Okay. About the Postgres. Again, I'm curious myself. I'm not working with the ZABBIX for that long time as some people might think. Actually, before the version 3.0, I didn't even know about the existence of the ZABBIX as a monitoring solution, and I had nothing to do with a monitoring solution as such. But over the time, like I think it's like 7 years or something, my understanding is that situation with the databases, if we talk about the database for the ZABBIX, are changing over the years. Still, I have the same impression, and I'm 100% will stand on my opinion that whenever you are choosing the database engine, it's not like one is better than another. It's more like which is more familiar to you, because if you don't know anything about this database engine and you don't know how to tune it and work with it, then no matter which one do you choose, the result will not be good. And over the years, I remember probably in 3.0 initially, it was like MariaDB was somehow very popular, then MySQL, then also the Postgres. But with the Postgres, as far as I remember, the main issue always was that, okay, you need partitioning. Well, if you need a partitioning, then you need to go with MySQL or MariaDB. Postgres, well, it's complicated. You want high availability with master cluster, well, then you're probably looking for MariaDB or MySQL, well, because with a Postgres it's very complicated. But at the same time, it always was sort of known that if you're really good with a Postgres, then you can squeeze out more than you can squeeze out from MySQL or MariaDB. And right now I believe we are in the point of the time when those things are not that complicated anymore with a Postgres. Like we have a Patroni cluster, which I believe is standard in terms of clustering. I'm not sure if there are some native or easy solutions for the partitioning on the Postgres itself, but there is like a Timescale database, which goes as sort of an extension to the Postgres, which gives you the native partitioning. So tell me, as Postgres experts and someone who knows everything about it, how do you feel how it has evolved over the last 7 years? Yeah, basically, and how friendly it is right now for some new ZABBIX users who might be sitting and thinking, okay, I'm installing ZABBIX, which database should I choose?
Definitely Postgres, because
Because we have Jacob.
Because it's better. That's it.
because it's very stable, and that's it. You install it, configure, and it keeps running. So there is no problem with it. It's super performant with the Timescale, so you have one less thing to worry about.
But stability comes from the experience and knowledge of how to configure it, because if you don't know what you're doing, then it's probably not going to be too stable. I remember myself configuring the HA with the Postgres, and back then I'm not even sure if Patroni, for how long it is available, but at that time I didn't even know that such thing exists. Maybe it did not, but we did it with some resource agents, with some scripts that we found in some GitHub page, whatever, and it sort of worked, but time to time it did not, and fixing all that was a very crazy procedure.
Yeah, but the development continues. So every year Postgres is getting better, because big companies investing a lot of time and money into the Postgres development, like Microsoft or now huge enterprises putting a lot of resources into Postgres development. So every single year Postgres is getting better, and more features, getting faster. So
yeah, from my perspective, I will start with the Postgres. I have only one issue with understanding. MySQL have only one file for configuration. I mean the basic first file, and Postgres have two. For the Postgres, where you are doing some performance tuning and loading libraries, and second file for HBA configuration, it's called something like file, which IP address for which database can be used and something. And this is something for the beginners, it's very hard. But regarding to Postgres and ZABBIX, on our wiki page, you can check actually how to install ZABBIX in 5 minutes. And we have 3 different how-tos for 3 different versions how to install ZABBIX. And here is also something like the best installation from which packages. We definitely recommend you to install from direct Postgres packages, not from the OS packages. And also here is the how to install Timescale DB and something like simple performance tuning. And if you are just copy paste this how to or wiki, how do you want to call it? It's you'll be safe for long time. If you want to have something like high availability, my recommendation is run some guys like Jacob, because this is not simple discipline. And here is also something awesome. Also often it's, hey, you have master application, but ZABBIX is not ready for master application yet. From application side, maybe in future version, but right now it's not ready, and you are not be able to reach some benefit from master application. And with the Postgres, you still have a lot of more performance than with the MariaDB. 14 days ago, we have one customer which is also call us for some consultancy and say, okay, we already have some POC with 2 different installation. One is with MariaDB and one with the Postgres, and we already have the problem with the MariaDB, and we have only 20 G of our data. The problem is with the partitioning, and then partitioning in Postgres is really simple. It's just installing a repository for Timescale DB, install 2 packages, and run one command for performance tuning, which is actually also including all necessary installation for the extension. And the last step is just run script on your ZABBIX database, and it's done. It's really easy.
Yeah, for me, the game changer for the databases was the introduction of Timescale DB. It was a real game changer for databases because I used MariaDB for a long time. I started with ZABBIX 1.6, and when the Timescale DB started, it was game changer because it's simple, it's efficient, it's optimized already by Timescale DB, and since that I never used MariaDB again. But it depends on support you can have, because I can ask Jacob for everything about Postgres, and that's great.
And you have the compression.
Yeah,
compression.
But be careful with the Timescale DB and packages. You need to install for compression the community packages, not the packages from your system repository, because the packages from the system repository is licensed by Apache license, and here you don't have compression. Everybody who is watching the stream need to be super careful which repository is using for Postgres and which repository is using for Timescale DB. And my colleagues have completely right. Before the Postgres, when we are starting to using the Postgres, we have a lot of, every maybe 6 months, we have some big issue with the performance with MariaDB. And this actually database is in standalone, not something like master application. It's simple databases with a lot of resources. And you maybe probably know the stuff about you need to use analyze table, and your performance is back. And it's happening accidentally. It's no reason for it, but it's sometimes happening. And this is a reason why we actually start, okay, we need to start looking at the Postgres, and at the same time, ZABBIX say, okay, we are giving you the Timescale DB functionality natively in ZABBIX, and say, okay, it's great. And regarding to this MySQL and the Postgres, Wojciech, which is also here with us, he have something like KPIs for creating new wiki posts about how to migrate MySQL to the Postgres. Right now it's still in preparation, because this
I think I have a video how to migrate MySQL to the Postgres, which probably is not the best thing and the best practice, but yeah.
Yeah. In your topic, it's actually how we start. It's we are actually using your YouTube videos when we are starting, because we want to find, okay, how to do it. Right now we are having something like little bit different story. And also for everyone who's just thinking about the migration, please don't forget about the triggers, because a lot of people is forgetting, okay, from version 6.0 level, we have database triggers, and a lot of people is forgetting about the triggers, and it's make a lot of problems. And please check if you have everything in your database.
Yeah, true about triggers. I actually forgot that we added and started using them. About the timescale, do you think that it's a reliable choice for a long term? I'm asking because hard to say why exactly, but especially about the timescale recently, there were many people are afraid that they could change their licensing model, and it could not be available anymore for the regular user. And it's sort of silly, because anything can happen, of course, like the VMware did, and also the stuff with the Red Hat. You can just wake up one morning and great, things have changed. But yeah, what do you think about it? Is it like a good choice for some new enterprise customer or whatever? Can we say, yes, use Timescale DB and you will be safe for the next like 10x years?
You should be, but you never know. Even if something like that will happen, I guess there will be plenty of people or companies who will jump in development and continue with the last version, which was free. Still, so they will definitely fork it, and you can continue using it in different
that's what usually happens. Okay, let's try to jump a little bit into the security topic. Wazuh, that's sort of on my table. I want to install it and click around. I have zero, like not lying, zero experience and knowledge about it. I've did some 5-minute research in Google and YouTube, and turns out that I guess it's quite a popular solution because, well, at least in the YouTube, which should be my platform, there are tons of videos from very big and very popular tech creators, and I believe the part of the great success is the fact that it's open source and free. But stepping aside from the name of Wazuh, give me a quick explanation of what actually the CM system is and why companies need it, and is it meant like for the companies where some people for, I don't know, home lab, home setup, whatever, also get some benefit of using that?
Well, I believe that's me who can answer the question most precisely.
I think so.
What CM system is security incident and events management. It's what it stands for. We all know that. But what it actually implements and then tends to endure in companies. It is more focused on hardening their systems. And it tends to lead the companies or perhaps even home users more towards overall infrastructure security, because you can have one single system when you can see what is wrong. You can collect logs, and you can collect information about inventory of your servers or of your home devices, about ports listening, about running processes, running services, and correlate them with publicly available databases of common vulnerability, and actually analyze the bottlenecks from security point of view of the whole infrastructure. So that's the added value at its most.
So it is more like for, how to say it better, like for the scale, like whenever you have a huge environment, hundreds, thousands of servers, it just gets impossible to track everything and make sure that everything is secure, patched, and up to date. So with Wazuh, you can make your life easier in terms of that.
Not really. It actually depends on the target. You know, if you are a huge enterprise, you're a huge company, huge corporation, you actually don't care about security until that there is some. So yeah, that's right. That's it. You don't usually care about security until there is problem. You know, if you are security enthusiast, then you have home 16 virtual servers, one hypervisor, some network devices. You care about security, you harden them, you secure your home systems, and you install your SIEM or XDR, whatever the product is. But if you're huge enough, you have quite vast number of employees, then you don't care about security in the first place. But sometimes the regulatory compliance comes in, like GDPR and IST, or in case of Czech Republic or European Union, there is ISO 27000 or an IS2, which is quite a big thing here in Czech Republic nowadays. And you just now starting to see the bottlenecks, the security bottlenecks. Like you have the Linux operating systems, which are in default configuration. All the services, all the kernel setup, you have most likely outdated firewall with no rules or no central syslog server and this stuff. And this regulatory compliance forces the big companies, not just the security enthusiasts, but the big companies, even the small ones, to say the least, to install such systems and implement them. And these systems just show you. These systems show you where the bottleneck is, how secure your infrastructure really is, what should you focus towards hardening the systems, hardening the infrastructure more, and how to react when some, for example, attack comes. The Wazuh, which we have, or I have talked about earlier, is XDR system as well. So extended detection and response. So it can even run pre-scripted actions upon some alert. Like, for example, the attack comes, it can run pre-scripted actions to block a certain IP range on firewall, or completely cutting out a geographically separated location from common internet traffic, and so on and so forth.
Okay, and so the software itself is completely free. Anyone who is probably skilled enough can deploy it on their own, configure everything, and start to benefit everything that the software offers. And I'm googling the Wazuh homepage. So apparently the business model.
You can actually check our webpage, and here we have also in wiki how to install Wazuh. Wazuh is fully open source. Wazuh have something like this is similar to ZABBIX, have partners. And if you want to have support from the Wazuh or from the partners, you can actually reach us, or you can reach Wazuh, and you have something like insurance, somebody responds or your requests. Or if you have some problem with your environment, for example, your Wazuh is not working, you can have a support for it. This is how Wazuh actually making the money. It is the same story like a Wazuh company. And this is why we say, okay, Wazuh is a good, because we already know how actually working the ZABBIX, and Wazuh is good for us because it's something like same environment for us, and we know how it's actually work. And the installation is really easy, but the hard part, like Wazuh's Wojciech said, it's something like about this system give you some dashboard where you see something. You need to know how to read it. You need to actually learn how to read it, and you need to fix it things. You need to understand what is on your dashboard, because something is okay. It's not regarding to your environment, but you need to choose, okay, here is the server, for example, with open SSH port, and you have some live CVE. And you need to go and fix this server because maybe it be possible somebody break through by this CVE. This is the main purpose of the Wazuh, just helping you with your security, but you still need to think about one thing. It's not something like automatization tool which is fixing magically everything in your environment. It's same like the ZABBIX. You need to work with this product, and you need something like little bit live with this product and understand what I'm trying to tell you.
But they also have like two options of installations. You can have a self-hosted, and also they offer the cloud.
Yes.
And in terms of services like support, you can support your customers no matter if that's a cloud installation or on-prem, right? Cool.
Yeah, that's a preferred option for us.
Okay. We're almost precisely 1 hour in, And I think we could still slowly start to wrap up. Is there anything else, guys, that you would want to talk about or tell about your business or company, or how you can help the people who lack the monitoring or either security or either the Postgres database performance?
If everyone is interested in Postgres, Wazuh, and ZABBIX, obviously, you can write us, and we are actually, we are creating the wiki post. If somebody has some interesting topic, if somebody need to help with the training, if somebody need to help with the consultancy, if somebody need to help something like new custom widget in ZABBIX, if somebody needs to have new template, we are literally doing everything in these products. If somebody needs to have modules for Postgres, we are doing just module for Postgres. Because we are not focusing on the, we are the best guys, which is actually clicking in ZABBIX and making everything what is possible only with ZABBIX. This is the main benefit of our company, because we have the system engineers, we have engineer in Postgres, we have ZABBIX really good consultants. And we are just trying to make the big puzzle in this and try to make something like really, really good and bigger for our customers. And we are trying to, if you have ZABBIX, you have a lot of stuff which can be done in ZABBIX, and we can just continue with Wazuh. We can make the connection between ZABBIX and Wazuh, and you can have something like integration with these two systems, and you are slightly grow and grow and grow. And also the main stuff is something like our ZABBIX, in case of money, it's only maybe 35%. We are having maybe 45% in Postgres, because we are mainly doing for consultancy for banks. This is also a reason why we have the first partnership with CyberTech, because we prove ourselves in eyes of the CyberTech. We are a very good partner. And this is the reason why also Hans Schenning, the CEO of the CyberTech, gave us the allowance, you are be able to do it. And he also gave the personal training to the Jacob for his training certification. And this is the reason why we have the first ever certification outside of the CyberTech for Postgres training. Sorry. The same stuff is with the Wazuh. We are right now preparing some internal trainings, and when you be ready, we are trying to do some own trainings, because we don't like something like level of the Wazuh training. It's for beginners, but we are trying to do something more and more and more, because a lot of people asking out for integration. This is also the domain of the Thomas, because he's also doing some visual integration and API integration with everybody else in our company. And the main goal, I think, in IT right now is a little bit focused on AI. We have some topics already, little bit on our playground with the events in ZABBIX. We also have some stuff with Java preprocessing, for giving a clue how to write the script by AI and make some integration directly in the ZABBIX frontend. And the same stuff we are doing, you can actually ask us for ZABBIX. It's also artificial intelligence, which is mining the data from the Postgres and giving you some information about your customers. So you can expect some customers want to have this and this and this. This is something like advanced topic, and we are focusing in many different ways how to help our customer. We definitely not only the best partners in Czech Republic for the ZABBIX, because we are also best partners for the Wazuh, and we are also best partners for the Postgres. It sounds a little bit from the top, but it's true, because we are trying to have only best people on the Czech and Slovakia market right now.
Okay, sounds very good. And yeah, definitely I will also post all the links that we talked over in this 1 hour conversation in the description of the video. So you will definitely be able to find the guys from the initMAX if you need some help. And what else? Yeah, you will definitely see also some additional videos from me using the wiki page of the initMAX, because all the praise goes from me to anyone who creates or shares the knowledge for free to the community. That's sort of also what I'm doing myself, and yeah, only warm words from me about doing that. So I think that's about it, and we can wrap up on this page. So thank you guys once again for joining in this video and sharing your experience and talking with me. It was a huge pleasure. I hope to see you again, maybe in smaller team. We could talk about some more specific topics and also have some hands-on experience. Maybe someone can help me install the Wazuh. I'm not sure if I can do that alone. I checked the wiki page. Like, there was one evening when I was thinking like, okay, I could try. I opened the wiki page, like, not this evening. Like, it's not the case as with the ZABBIX where it's just like 4 or 5 commands and it's up and running. But I will try one day.
Okay. We can definitely help you with this topic.
Okay.
And the installation is the easy part.
Oh, okay.
True.
I will have to buy some consultancy from you. Right, so yeah, thank you guys again for coming, for your experience and sharing all this stuff, and thank you guys for watching on the other side of the screen, and we'll definitely see you all later. So goodbye.